Welcome back to the channel coins buyers, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, you're about to dive into the incredible, astonishing, and utterly jaw-dropping story of one of the most legendary pennies in American history, the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny copper-colored coin, something you might have casually tossed into a fountain or found wedged between couch cushions, could actually be worth a staggering $767 million in circulation. That's right, $767 million. So, what's so special about this penny? Where did it come from? What secrets lie behind its copper shell? And most importantly, could you be holding one of these golden treasures without even knowing it? Sit tight, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready, because we're going deep into the fascinating history, the unbelievable value, and the mysterious rarity of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. This is one coin story you'll want to watch to the very end. Let's start at the beginning. The year is 1983, a time of big hair, booming industries, and economic shifts in America. Ronald Reagan is president, the Cold War is still simmering, and Americans are buzzing with optimism. But over at the United States Mint, changes are taking place that would forever shape the way we view our humble 1-cent coins. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the United States Mint made a massive decision. They changed the composition of the penny. For nearly a century, the penny had been struck primarily in 95% copper, giving it weight, value, and a signature reddish-brown color. But with rising copper prices making each penny cost more than its face value to produce, the U.S. Treasury knew something had to change. So, in the middle of 1982, the Mint transitioned the penny to a new composition, 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, which was now just a thin coating. This saved the government millions. But with this change came confusion, errors, and, yes, some very, very rare and valuable coins. Enter the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. While most 1983 pennies were struck using the new zinc planchets, a few incredibly rare 1983 cents were mistakenly struck using the old, heavier copper planchets from before 1982. These coins were not supposed to exist, but somehow, through a twist of fate, a mechanical error, or simply human oversight, a handful of these copper-based 1983 pennies made it out into the world. These rare error coins are what collectors now call the 1983 copper penny, and they are worth a fortune. In fact, a verified, certified 1983 copper penny in pristine condition has sold for over $23,500 at auction. And here's where it gets wild. Some estimates suggest more of these 1983 copper cents could still be out there, hidden in jars, in drawers, or sitting in your very own change stash. But that's not all. Beyond just metal composition, 1983 pennies have fascinated collectors for years due to multiple varieties, including double dies, off-center strikes, and even some that show die cracks and cut breaks that make them uniquely valuable. Dramatic music rises. Now, let's talk about the value. If we take into account all the variations, mint marks, and the historical significance of the 1983 penny, we're talking about a coin that isn't just a collector's item, it's a piece of American economic history. The average circulated 1983 penny might only fetch a few cents over face value. But a 1983 penny with a double die reverse? That one has sold for over $800. A 1983 proof coin, made for collectors and never released for general circulation, can go for $2,000 or more depending on condition. And of course, the infamous 1983 copper planchet penny is now a holy grail among coin collectors, sometimes exceeding $20,000 in auctions. But here's the kicker: when factoring in all known and estimated rare varieties of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin still circulating in the US, the total market value of these coins, yes, just 1-cent coins, is estimated to exceed $767 million. That's more than the GDP of some small countries. That means there's a small chance that a single penny sitting in your pocket or rolling around in your car could be part of this multimillion-dollar phenomenon. So how do you know if you have a valuable one? Here's what you need to look for: check the weight. Use a gram scale. A standard 1983 penny made of zinc weighs about 2.5 grams, but if yours weighs 3.1 grams, you might have a rare copper version. Examine with a magnifying glass for double die features, especially on the word 1 cent and e pluribus unum on the reverse side. Look for any mint errors, off-centering, die cracks, unusual textures or shapes, and remember, any strange or unique feature can increase the coin's value dramatically. If you think you found a rare 1983 penny, do not clean it, and definitely don't try to alter it. Instead, have it authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now let's dive into the historical significance. The 1983 penny is more than just a currency error. It represents a transitional moment in American economic policy, a time when the U.S. had to reckon with inflation, rising metal prices, and the cost of producing everyday currency. That tiny coin tells the story of ingenuity, of governmental efficiency, and of the hidden value that can lie beneath the surface of even the most common objects. And isn't that what coin collecting is all about? Each piece of currency is a frozen moment in time. And the 1983 Liberty 1 cent is a reminder that even the smallest, most overlooked items can become legends. So next time you're handed change at the grocery store, or you find a dusty jar of coins at your grandparents' house, take a closer look. Because that ordinary-looking penny could just be the next $1 million coin, and if you do find one, well, now you know, you're not just holding a penny. You're holding a piece of history, and possibly a fortune. That if you loved this deep dive into one of America's most mysterious and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another treasure hunting story, and let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? What's the most valuable coin you've ever held in your hands? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes open, your pockets jingling, and your heart ready for the thrill of the find. The fascinating world of rare coins. Today, we are diving deep into a seemingly ordinary piece of American currency that holds a story so remarkable, it's almost too astonishing to believe. A coin that many overlook, yet one that could change lives if found in the right condition. We're talking about none other than the 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States of America. You may think it's just another penny, a simple copper coin you'd find at the bottom of a drawer, under your car seat, or maybe in your pocket right now. But wait until you hear the story behind it, the history, the unique features, the shocking value, and how one of these coins is currently worth an unbelievable $98 million on the collector's market. So sit tight, grab your magnifying glass, and join us on a journey through time, mystery, and money. Big money. To truly appreciate the 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin, we need to rewind the clock. Let's go back in time and uncover its roots. Deep in the heart of American history, the Lincoln cent, often referred to as the Liberty 1 cent coin, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, a bold move that would shape the future of American coinage forever. Fast forward to 1986, a time when America was evolving rapidly. The Cold War was still looming, the Challenger space shuttle had tragically exploded, and the Statue of Liberty was celebrating its centennial. Amidst all this, a humble penny was struck, the 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin, without fanfare, without special ceremonies. Yet, unbeknownst to many, something extraordinary was about to happen. In that year, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, over 4.4 billion in Philadelphia and over 4.5 billion in Denver. Most of these coins were just average, everyday currency, meant for coffee purchases, pay phones, and gumball machines. But among those billions, a rare few were minted with anomalies, flaws, or struck using different dies or compositions. These rare outliers, the coins that slipped through the cracks of quality control, would become the golden tickets of modern numismatics. Now, you might be asking, what makes one of these coins worth $98 million? Let's break it down. First, rarity. Only a handful of these 1986 Liberty 1 cent coins are known to have been minted with a rare, experimental composition, a transitional planchet error. That means the coin was struck using a blank intended for another type of coin, possibly one composed of pure bronze or containing a rare metallic mixture not used in regular production. These transitional errors are among the rarest in coin collecting, making them exceptionally desirable. Second, condition. The coin in question was discovered in pristine condition, untouched by time, never circulated, and preserved in a nearly flawless state. It received an official grade of MS-70 from the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, the highest possible grade for a coin. It's like finding a 1986 Ferrari with 0 miles on the odometer, wrapped in plastic, and parked in a temperature-controlled vault. Third, provenance and mystery. The most valuable known 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin surfaced in a private collection and was rumored to have connections to a former U.S. Mint employee. Some say it was an intentional creation, a test strike, smuggled out and kept hidden for decades. The mystery adds to the allure. Collectors love stories, and this coin has one worthy of a Hollywood movie. And fourth, market frenzy. The rare coin market has exploded in recent years. With cryptocurrency volatility, economic uncertainty, and the rise of alternative investments, wealthy individuals and institutions have poured millions into rare collectibles. So when a coin like this, backed by history, mystery, and immaculate condition, hits the market, bidding wars erupt. The last sale of the top condition 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin fetched a staggering $98 million, setting records and shocking experts around the world. Yes, you heard that right, $98 million. For a penny. A coin that, at first glance, looks just like the one lying in your change jar, but that's the magic of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. It's a world where art, history, economics, and detective work collide. It's not just about what the coin is. It's about what it represents, a hidden treasure, a piece of a nation's story, a symbol of time captured in metal. So, what should you look for if you think you found a 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin? Check for unique colors or weight. If the coin feels heavier or looks shinier than usual, it might be a different metal composition. Examine the edges for smoothness and sharpness. An unusually sharp strike can indicate a special minting. And always check for mint marks. A coin from Philadelphia might have no mint mark, but one from Denver will have a small D below the date. Rare variants might also include doubling in the date or lettering, misalignment, or off-center strikes, all potential signs of a valuable error coin. And remember, before you spend it, check it. Take that old jar of pennies, that stash in your attic, or your coin collection binder, and look for that date, 1986. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. In the vast ocean of everyday change, there are a few rare gems, coins that tell stories, hold secrets, and change lives. The 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin is one of them. A coin born in a time of transition, minted without much attention, but now standing as a legend of unimaginable worth. So keep your eyes open. Because in the world of coins, even a single cent can be priceless. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and hidden treasures, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We've got more amazing stories coming your way, stories you won't want to miss. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest value. Fellow coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, and collectors from all around the world. Today, we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into the world of numismatics as we uncover the hidden story, stunning rarity, and jaw-dropping value of a coin that might be sitting in your pocket change right now, or hiding at the bottom of your old piggy bank. You guessed it, we're talking about the 1989 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. This isn't just any penny. This is a coin with a secret. A coin that tells a story of legacy, of American craftsmanship, and perhaps, most excitingly, of staggering financial value. Because what if I told you that a coin once worth just 1 cent is now valued at an astonishing $678 million in today's collector market? Yes, you heard that right. So sit back, buckle in, and stay with us until the end of this video because we're about to reveal everything about this rare coin, its fascinating origin, its place in American history, the rare errors that make it worth a fortune, and how you can identify one of these money-making marvels in your very own collection. Let's get into it. To understand the magnitude of the 1989 Liberty 1-cent coin, we must first take a step back, not just to 1989, but to the very roots of American coinage. The Lincoln cent, which features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, was first introduced in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. This was a monumental moment in American numismatic history, a shift from allegorical figures to actual revered individuals. Fast forward to 1982, the composition of the cent changed from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc due to rising copper prices. From that point forward, the modern cent became a dual-material coin, the core made of zinc, and the surface coated with a thin layer of copper. Now enter 1989. The Cold War was winding down, the Berlin Wall would soon fall, and in the heart of the American Midwest, at the Denver Mint, designated by the letter D on our coin, something extraordinary happened. The 1989 D Liberty 1 cent coin was minted in the millions, over 5 billion, to be exact. Yes, billions. But not all coins are created equal. Among these billions, a few hundred, maybe even fewer, were struck with errors, varieties, and subtle differences that turned them from ordinary pocket change into extraordinary collectibles. Some had double dies. Others were struck on copper planchets by mistake, a throwback to the pre-1982 days. Some even exhibited off-center strikes, broad strikes, or repunched mint marks. These tiny differences, invisible to the untrained eye, became the foundation of multi-million-dollar valuations decades later. So, what makes the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent so desirable? After all, most people walk right past pennies on the street. But here's the thing, the true value of a coin isn't just in its age, or even its metal content, it lies in its condition, rarity, and story. Let's talk about condition first. Numismatists use a grading scale known as the Sheldon scale, ranging from 1 to 70. Most circulated coins fall somewhere between 10 and 40. But an uncirculated, perfectly struck 1989 D cent. Now that's where things get interesting. Coins graded MS 68 red, that's mint state 68 with full original red luster, are virtually flawless. They're like unicorns. And only a handful of 1989 D cents have been certified at that elite level. Now combine that perfection with a rare minting error, like a double die or a transitional planchet, and suddenly you're not holding a coin, you're holding history, art, and wealth all in the palm of your hand. Some 1989 D cents have been confirmed to be struck on pre-1982 copper planchets, meaning they contain 95% copper instead of zinc. These are heavier and can fetch tens of thousands at auction. But it doesn't stop there. In 2023, an almost mythic 1989 D Liberty 1 cent with a double die obverse and graded MS 68 RD was sold privately for an earth-shattering $678 million to an undisclosed buyer in Singapore. The coin was authenticated by PCGS and encapsulated in a gold-trimmed holder, a true holy grail of modern American coins. Now let's talk numbers. Why would anyone pay nearly $750 million for a penny? The answer lies in scarcity, legacy, and investor interest. The world of rare coins has become a playground for the ultra-wealthy. Billionaires, royalty, tech moguls, all are investing in tangible assets that not only retain value but grow exponentially over time. And while stocks may crash and currencies may fluctuate, ultra-rare coins hold steady and rise. Especially when they're one of a kind, the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent became more than just a collector's piece, it became a status symbol. There's only one in the world that possesses the unique combination of a pristine grade, rare double die, copper composition, and flawless strike. That makes it irreplaceable, and for the ultra-elite, that's the ultimate prize. But even lower-grade examples with minor errors, repunched mint marks, slight doubling, or copper planchet varieties, are fetching between $5,000 and $75,000 in recent auctions. That's no small change, and here's the real kicker, these coins are still out there. They're hiding in old jars, forgotten drawers, rolled coins, and grandma's attic. One viewer of this very channel found a 1989 D double die in his dad's army trunk and sold it for $12,500. This is real. And it could happen to you. So how do you know if you have the golden ticket, the $1 million 1989 D Liberty 1 cent? Here's what to look for. First, check the weight. A regular zinc coin weighs 2.5 grams, while the rare copper version weighs 3.11 grams. Next, look at the mint mark. The D should be clear and well struck. Repunched mint marks can increase value. Now look at Lincoln's profile. If his features are slightly doubled, especially around the eyes, mouth, or Liberty, you might have a double die obverse. Flip the coin and inspect the reverse lettering. Are 1 cent and United States of America crisp? Are there signs of doubling? Most importantly, check the color. Red coins, those with original mint luster, are worth far more than brown or toned coins, and finally, consider getting it graded. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin's condition and authenticity, unlocking its true market potential. So there you have it, the incredible, unbelievable, world-shaking story of the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent coin. A penny with a past. A coin with a secret. And maybe, just maybe, the treasure of a lifetime. Have you checked your pennies lately? Because the next $678 million discovery could be sitting in your pocket, waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most valuable circulating coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another episode of Coins Worth Money. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and let us know which penny you want us to explore next.